Big Blue Nation, what's going on? This is the loyal BBN fan, and today is not one of those days that, as a loyal fan of Kentucky, that you are happy with the outcome of the game. Alabama just beat UK by 2 points, and it's a heartbreaker. It really is. And as a true fan, this is hard for me because usually after we lose a ball game, it takes me a couple of days to recover, to kind of let it run through my system and actually let it soak in that we actually lost the game. So for me to be coming just soon and actually, talking about the game is actually a unusual feeling for me. But you know what? I really, really, truly wanted to get in and just talk about this game a little bit. So we came up short today in Alabama, and they haven't beat us in probably like the last 11 times or so. So for them, I mean, it was truly everything to them. And for us, it was just a very disappointing loss, knowing we had a chance to maybe win it at the buzzer or maybe tie it up. But none the case, nonetheless, we was unable to pull out a victory today in Alabama, and it hurts. Actually, it stings. But I got down, and my family knew that I was down today, so that they kind of left me alone for a couple of minutes after the ball game. And something that really made me realize how special it is to be a Kentucky fan. My daughter comes in the room with me, and I'm doing something, and my daughter was like, "Hey, what's wrong, Dad?" I said, "I just don't really feel like it right now." And I told her I was really sad that Kentucky lost, and she's a big UK fan too as well. And so she looked at me. She said, "Well, Dad, why are you so down for? They still got a long way to go this season. Let it go. It's just one loss. Kentucky will be back." And you know what? It took a 9-year-old to take a 44-year-old man to tell me that it's going to be okay, and for me to be able to go on with my day and not be depressed, because it hurt. But you know what? She's right. And we do got a long season to go, and we do got a long way to go. And the thing that I'm going to remember mostly from the game is it won't be that we got beat by Alabama in Alabama. The thing that I would take the most away from the game today is that our guys fought hard. We went through quite a long spell in the second half where no matter what we did, we just couldn't get a basket to fall. We had a lot of good looks at the rim. We left some shots at the free throw line. But Alabama had a 12-point lead. I think it was 11 or 12-point lead with like maybe 6 minutes to go in the ball game, if that, maybe 4 minutes. And but UK, what impressed me the most is these young guys. They didn't give up, man. They did not give up. And I know sometimes it's no such. People say there's no such thing as a moral victory, but you know what? We could have just laid down and lost by 20, 25 points today if we really wanted to. I mean, think about it. You're down that far. They're hitting everything. They getting all the rebounds that we usually get. They getting to the foul line. And so why shouldn't we just give up and just stop? What they did today is show me that this team is going to be okay. It didn't stop me from being upset that we got beat today. But it just gave me hope that this team will fight. That this team is not just going, they're not going to let people just push them over no more. It ain't going to happen. And I can respect that about a team. And I can respect that specifically about my Kentucky Wildcats. So if I got something to hold my head high for, then I definitely can hold my head high knowing that our guys are willing to fight when it's hard in the trenches. And we just came up short tonight. We came up short. I hate going on social media immediately after the game, especially after a loss, because you just hear so many crazy people saying so many crazy things. And, fire Cal, he ain't the right coach, or What do we do this for? What do we do that for? It's crazy. I know these kids are very skilled in what they do, and they're good. Otherwise, they wouldn't be at UK. I mean, let's just put that out there. But it's going to be those days where another team is just going to outplay us. You know, it's just going to be, we have to look at the Josh Allens of football starting out with, he was a nobody pretty much. And look what he evolved into. And sometimes we're going to play those guys who we're not expecting to come in and have those big ball games. And they come in and have those ball games against us that end up making a tremendous difference in the ball game. And it's the same for us as well, too. So as a Wildcat fan, I'm with it. I'm with these guys 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And as a true fan, I don't get angry when they lost. I'm sad, but I'm never going to sit here and throw things against the wall and cuss the kids out and claim that our coach Cal needs to go far. He needs to be fired and he needs to go somewhere else and do something else. No, we grieve over a loss. We hurt over a loss. But we just can't just start throwing a book at the guys because they lost a ball game. Do you think our guys get on the plane saying, hey guys, let's just show up and let's just get beat? No, that's not the case, man. And I really feel like we got something special going here at UK this year. And we're gonna get better. We're gonna continue to get better. And it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a dog fight. Besides, this is the SEC, and it's changed than it was a few years ago. So it's not where Kentucky's just going to just come in and someone's just going to say, well, Kentucky, here's the SEC champion banner. It's yours this year. You win. It's not going to be like that right now because the SEC is recruiting hard, and they're bringing in some good quality players. So we have to understand that. Where we want to win every single game, where we want to crush people, it ain't always going to happen like it used to happen back in the day when Kentucky had the lopsided recruiting over most of these schools. Well, these schools are now recruiting, and they're now getting the guys who are very high caliber players, and they're up there. But we're still UK, and I still believe in everything that we're doing as a program. Or I wouldn't be a fan of the Wildcats if I didn't believe in the system, in the process. And this is the process. This is one of them losses where we didn't expect it, but it is. So you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's learn from it. Let's see what we can do better. And let's move on, because if you put your head down too long, guess what? You're already playing somebody else now. See, now they're going to start playing 2 games, 3 games a week now. So they don't have time to put their heads down and just get depressed and stuff because they lost a ball game. They got to pick themselves up in a day or so and let's keep going. They can't do it. Even after a high win, even if we beat a team on a Tuesday, we are some days we play on Thursdays, I think. But if we beat a team on Tuesday and we got another big game on what's the name, then you know what? We need to celebrate that win the next day, and then we need to get on down to business again. That game is gone. We have to regroup. It doesn't matter if we won by 30. We have to regroup and get ready for a new opponent. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what we have to do. So, I'm not going to sit here and just keep going over and over about the fans who every time we lose a game, it's Armageddon and the world is over. The world's not over because we lost a 1 game. And you know what? Sitting here doing this video, it actually makes me feel better that I'm able to actually sit here and actually talk about it. Now I can actually move on with my day because I'm a true fan. And when I lose, my days are long and I hate losing. I just don't like everything changes. The sun shines differently when we lose. But it's not the end of the world. I have to go on with my day. I have to support my Wildcats no matter what. We just got to look at the film and say we got to do better at this particular thing. Now, I tell you what, we put the SEC on notice that when we put in our full court press and when we really want to stop you guys, we'll stop you. And, we'll do that. I wish like so many other fans that we could have played as hard as we could the last maybe 4 minutes of the ball game. I really wish we could have played that hard, the whole second half. But it happens. I wish I would have did things different in my life and been more positive and been more consistent. But all we can do now is just learn from what it is we didn't do right and move forward. And I think that's what the Wildcats are going to do. Coach Cal, he'll get them right, and they'll come back out against Texas A&M, and we'll play ball. And they have my full support that they will get this thing together, and we're going to be okay. So I'm going to ride with the Wildcats. I don't, that's my Vegas. That's where my money's on. I'm gonna roll with Kentucky all day long, and I hope you guys do too. So, hey, we're Wildcats. We'll be back, and they just gotta win. That, hey, we'll see where it takes them. But you know what? We let them know that we're not somebody that they want to mess with or even see again. So we're Kentucky. We are UK. And in my eyes, we're the best in the world. Win, lose, draw, it don't matter. So I hope we have some loyal fans out there who feel the exact same way, which I know there's some loyal fans out there who feel the same way I do. It's just so small 1% of fans who think that if we don't win a game, then life in itself is over and we should just change the whole program over because we lost a ball game. So, and that's not the case. We're going to regroup and we will be okay because we are Kentucky Wildcats and we are the best. And I stand by that. I put my life on it, and that's how we do it at UK. So don't worry about it, Kentucky Wildcats. You guys let one get away from you, but let that be a lesson that, hey, this is the SEC play, and everybody's coming for our head. Everybody started hearing us winning the SEC every year. Everyone started hearing us win the SEC tournament every year, and somebody else is trying their best to take that throne. But they can't have it because we're UK, and we're going to fight until the very end because that's how we roll. So you guys take care, and we are the Cats. Oh, CATS, Cats. I'm out.